What is the difference between a sling bag and a crossbody, and which one should I carry?
On most bags, that is a real choice. On these three, it is not, and that is the useful thing to know first. Callie, Crosby, and Cabo all wear three ways: sling, crossbody, or over the shoulder. You are not picking a category, you are adjusting a strap.
Then let us start with the definitions, because people do use the words differently.
A sling sits high and tight, worn diagonally across the chest or pulled around to the back. A crossbody hangs lower, usually at the hip on a longer strap. So the difference is not really the bag. It is the drop, meaning how far the bag hangs below the strap.
And the drop is adjustable on all three.
10 inches at the shortest, 20 at the longest. 10 inches puts the bag at your chest, which is sling. 20 puts it at your hip, which is crossbody. Same bag, same afternoon, whichever you feel like.
So if the wearing style is not the decision, what is?
Size, there are three, and they step up in a ladder. Crosby is 12 inches long and weighs 14 ounces. Callie is 15 and a half inches and weighs 1.25 pounds. Cabo is 23 inches, and it is the one you take on a plane.
14 ounces is genuinely light.
That is the number people underestimate. Most of the shoulder ache people blame on a strap is actually the bag itself before anything goes in it. Start from under 1 pound and you have spent your weight budget on your things instead of on leather.
Let us talk about the strap properly, since that is where comfort lives.
Crosby's strap is 3/4 of an inch wide. Callie's is a full inch. Wider spreads the load. So if you carry heavy or you carry all day, the inch matters more than the ounces do. And both are built to be worn on either shoulder, left or right, which sounds small until you are left-handed, and every bag you own opens the wrong way.
Nobody mentions that.
Nobody designs for it either. It is a stitching decision made at the start, and you cannot retrofit it.
All right, inside. What is actually in there?
This is where I would spend your attention because it is the part you live with. Crosby has 4 credit card slots, a slit pocket, and a zip pocket. Callie has 4 card slots, 3 pen holders, a zip pocket, and 2 open pockets, all built into a sewn-in organizer rather than dropped in as an insert.
Why does the organizer being sewn in matter?
Because the alternative is a single line compartment, and a single compartment turns into a place where things go to disappear. You know the feeling. You can hear your keys and you cannot find them. An organizer means a card has one place it belongs and a pen is not lying loose against the lining.
There are also outside pockets.
2 side zip pockets on both bags. That is the one I would test in a store if you could. Your phone goes in the side, not the main compartment, so you get it out without unzipping the bag and without looking inside. It is a small thing that you use 20 times a day.
What about security, since these are worn out in the world?
Top zip entry with a leather pull on all of them, and the side pockets zip too, worn as a sling, pulled around front. The opening faces your body. That is not the same as a slash-resistant travel bag, and I would not pretend it is. If you want cut-proof panels and locking zippers, buy a bag built for that. What this does is close properly and sit where you can see it, which covers most of ordinary life.
So who should buy the small one?
If you carry a phone, a card case, keys, and sunglasses, Crosby is the right answer, and the extra size is just extra bag. It is the one to take to dinner, or on a day where your hands should be free.
And Callie?
Callie is the everyday one. It takes a full day of things without looking overpacked, and it has the pen holders, so if you write anything down or carry more than the minimum, this is the size that stops you from choosing what to leave behind.
Cabo?
Travel and haul. 23 inches is a lot of bag. If you are commuting with a tablet or flying with the things you want to reach mid-flight, that is what it is for. For daily errands, it is more than you need.
Let us talk about the leather, because there is a lot of confusion in that word.
These are full grain, which means the outer surface of the hide is left intact rather than sanded down and coated. It matters for one very practical reason. A coated leather can separate from its backing and peel, and once it starts, you cannot stop it. Full grain has no coating to peel. It wears instead, and it takes on a patina, so the bag looks like yours after a year rather than looking tired.
And where is it made?
Handcrafted in small batches by artisans in South America and India from hides that are a byproduct of the meat and dairy industry, tanned under LWG and REACH certification with no harmful chemicals in the process. The company is family run, has been since 1984, and everything ships from New Jersey. 10 meals also go to Feeding America for every bag sold, which is 218,430 meals so far.
Price, since that is the last question everyone has.
Crosby is $195. Callie is $245. The honest way to think about that is per day rather than per purchase. Carry a bag 4 days a week for 3 years, and Callie costs about 40 cents a day. A $60 bag that peels in 18 months and gets replaced twice costs you more than that, and you carried something you did not like in the meantime.
Who should not buy one of these?
2 groups if you want a structured bag that holds its shape standing up on a desk. This is not that. These are soft and they slouch, and that is deliberate. And if you carry a laptop daily, none of the 3 is the right tool. Look at a tote instead.
If someone is still stuck between Crosby and Callie, what breaks the tie?
Take what you carried yesterday and put it on a table. If it fits in 2 hands, Crosby, if you needed a second trip, Callie, people almost always know which one they are. They just talk themselves into the bigger bag and then carry it half empty.
Where should people look if they want to see these in the colors?
LaticoLeathers.com, cognac, camel, and black are on all 3, and there are far more than that. Thanks for hanging out. There will be another one soon.